5 seaside towns in the UK that are worth every penny. The British seaside has its own rhythm. The cry of gulls, the shimmer of wet sand, and the clink of coins in an arcade as the tide rolls in. From Cornwall to Wales, the coast is dotted with timeless gems that deliver beauty, nostalgia, and value in equal measure. These are the 5 seaside towns in the UK that are worth every penny, each with its own flavour, history, and heart. Whether you crave calm bays, cobbled harbours, or colourful promenades, the perfect coastal escape awaits. 5. Whitby, England. There's something almost cinematic about Whitby, perched dramatically on the North Yorkshire coast. It's the kind of place that feels alive with history. A town where the sea has shaped every street and story. Waves crash beneath the cliffs where Whitby Abbey stands, its weathered ruins silhouetted against the sky. Below, the red rooftops of fishermen's cottages tumble toward the harbour, creating one of the most photographed views in all of northern England. Whitby's connection to the sea runs deep. For centuries, it was a thriving fishing port and shipbuilding centre, and it remains one of the best seaside towns in the UK, for those who love a blend of maritime heritage and coastal romance. Captain James Cook once trained here as an apprentice, and you can still visit the museum dedicated to his voyages. Walk down the narrow cobbled lanes, and you'll find traditional sweet shops, old inns with wooden beams, and quirky boutiques selling handcrafted jet jewellery, a nod to the Victorian fashion that once made Whitby world famous. The scent of salt and vinegar hangs in the air, mixing with the distant sound of seagulls and the chatter of locals by the harbour walls. At sunset, the light fades over the North Sea, painting the water gold and purple. Couples linger on the pier, children chase waves on the sands, and the Abbey glows above it all. There's no rush here, just the timeless rhythm of tide and town. For those seeking affordable UK coastal holidays, Whitby offers everything that makes Britain's seaside special: history, beauty, and a welcoming sense of home. It's a place that costs little to enjoy, but leaves memories worth more than any souvenir. 4. Tenby, Wales. On the rugged Pembrokeshire coast, Tenby sits like a painting come to life, a cascade of pastel houses wrapped around a golden bay. The moment you see it, you understand why it's often called one of the best seaside towns in the UK. The colours of its Georgian terraces reflect in the turquoise water, and the town's narrow medieval streets spill down toward the bustling harbour. Tenby has been enchanting visitors for centuries. Enclosed by ancient stone walls built in the 13th century, the town feels both historic and vibrant. Within those walls, you'll find cobblestone lanes filled with laughter, ice cream parlours, seafood restaurants, and boutique shops selling Welsh art and crafts. Every turn reveals another postcard-perfect view: a fishing boat drifting out to sea, a church spire above the rooftops, or the endless horizon stretching toward Caldey Island. Speaking of Caldey Island, it's one of Tenby's hidden treasures. Just a short boat ride away, it's home to a small community of monks who produce chocolate and perfume in serene isolation. The island's beaches are quiet and pristine, offering a glimpse of coastal Wales at its most peaceful. But it's the beaches of Tenby itself that steal the show. Castle Beach, framed by rugged cliffs and overlooked by St. Catherine's Fort, has been ranked among Britain's best. South Beach stretches for miles, perfect for long walks and sandcastle building, while North Beach offers calm waters and views that could rival the Mediterranean. In summer, families fill the sands with color and sound. In winter, the same beaches fall silent, except for the echo of waves, and somehow that's just as beautiful. Tenby, Wales is proof that Wales' coastal holidays can be as breathtaking as anywhere in Europe. From its medieval heart to its postcard harbour, it's a town that delivers everything the seaside promises: light, laughter, and tranquility. And does so with unmistakable Welsh warmth. 3. St. Ives, Cornwall. Sunlight and sea mist seem to dance together in St. Ives, the Cornish town that's become a symbol of coastal perfection. Tucked into a natural bay on the edge of the Atlantic, St. Ives, Cornwall offers a mix of sandy beaches, whitewashed cottages, and an artistic soul that sets it apart from every other seaside escape in Britain. This town has always been about light, the way it glows off the water, filters through the clouds, and spills across the harbour. Painters began flocking here in the early 20th century, enchanted by that unique coastal glow. And today, their legacy lives on through the Tate Street Ives and the Barbara Hepworth Sculpture Garden. Art and ocean intertwine seamlessly, each reflecting the other. Wander its streets, and you'll find galleries, surf shops, and cafes spilling with life. The smell of fresh pasties wafts through the air, mingling with the scent of salt. Porthmeor Beach is alive with surfers, while nearby Porthminster Beach offers a quieter stretch of sand, perfect for families and dreamers alike. The water is so clear on some days that it looks tropical, though the temperature will quickly remind you that this is still very much the British coast. The harbour itself is a postcard of calm. Fishing boats bobbing gently, seagulls gliding in the breeze, and children dipping their toes in the tide. By evening, the streets glow under the warm light of lanterns as locals gather for seafood and sea shanties. For travellers seeking affordable UK coastal holidays, St. Ives feels indulgent, yet attainable. It's an experience that feeds every sense: the taste of salt, the brush of wind, the hum of art and conversation. Among the best seaside towns in the UK, few can match its combination of beauty, spirit, and effortless joy. 2. Llandudno, Wales. Between the Great Orme and the Little Orme, Llandudno stretches gracefully along the coast, a grand curve of sand, sea, and stately Victorian charm. Known as the Queen of Welsh Resorts, it remains one of the best seaside towns in Wales and an enduring symbol of elegance on the North Wales shore. The promenade is where it all begins, a perfect arc lined with pastel hotels and ornate balconies, where every morning the sea catches the light like polished glass. Families stroll arm in arm, couples pause for photographs, and the distant cry of gulls mingles with the gentle roll of the waves. It's the British seaside exactly as it should be: timeless, tidy, and touched with nostalgia. But Llandudno, Wales isn't just a museum of the past. It's alive with personality. The town centre hums with activity, from traditional sweet shops to old-fashioned theatres. There's something deeply comforting about its pace. Relaxed but never dull, charming but not crowded. The Llandudno Pier, the longest in Wales, stretches proudly into the sea. Its wooden planks creak softly underfoot as the breeze tugs at your hair. Here you'll find fish and chip stands, souvenir stalls, and the laughter of children chasing bubbles in the salt air. It's a place that feels straight out of another era, yet it's impossible not to smile. Above it all looms the Great Orme, a limestone headland that dominates the skyline. Whether you reach the summit by tram, cable car, or hiking trail, the views are astonishing. Snowdonia's mountains to one side, the Irish Sea to the other. At the top, wild goats graze freely, the wind hums softly, and the world seems to stretch forever. The town also carries a whimsical connection to literature. Alice Liddell, the girl who inspired Alice in Wonderland, spent her childhood holidays here, and you'll find statues and signs celebrating that heritage. This Welsh coastal getaway captures everything that makes Britain's seaside beloved: dignity, friendliness, and scenic wonder. Llandudno's beauty isn't just visual, it's emotional. It makes you slow down, breathe deeply, and appreciate the simple luxury of being by the sea. 1. Scarborough, England. When people think of the traditional British seaside, They often picture Scarborough, the grand dame of coastal towns and arguably the original holiday destination that started it all. Sitting proudly on the Yorkshire coast, Scarborough, England continues to shine as one of the best seaside towns in the UK, offering a perfect blend of history, excitement, and charm. The town curves around two magnificent bays, north and south, separated by a headland crowned with the ruins of Scarborough Castle, which has watched over the town for nearly 900 years. The sight of the castle against the setting sun, with the waves glittering below, is pure poetry. Scarborough hums with life, but never loses its warmth. The South Bay buzzes with arcades, fun fairs, and the nostalgic joy of donkey rides along the beach. The promenade is alive with scent and sound, the sweetness of candy floss, the faint crash of waves, and the chatter of families sharing fish and chips. A short stroll away, North Bay offers a more peaceful retreat. It's the side locals love most, wide, clean, and framed by rugged cliffs. On a quiet morning, you can watch surfers carve through the waves or wander to Peasholm Park, where tiny boats glide on a serene lake surrounded by cherry trees and pagodas. The cultural heartbeat of Scarborough hasn't faded either. The Scarborough Spa hosts concerts and events, just as it has for over a century, while the open-air theatre, the largest in Europe, draws international artists each summer. The mix of entertainment, scenery, and tradition makes it one of the most complete seaside experiences in Britain. Despite its fame, Scarborough, England remains an accessible and cheap UK beach town, offering that rare combination of affordability and richness in experience. Whether it's a simple walk along Marine Drive or a sunrise over the harbour, every moment feels touched with history and heart. Here, the sea isn't just scenery, it's the town's soul. It roars, whispers, and welcomes, just as it has since the 1600s, when Scarborough first invited travelers to take the waters. Centuries later, it's still delivering on that promise, healing in ways only the sea can. From Whitby's haunting cliffs to Tenby's pastel harbour, from St. Ives' glowing light to Llandudno's grand promenade and Scarborough's timeless joy, these are 5 seaside towns in the UK that are worth every penny. Each captures the magic of the coast, affordable, authentic, and endlessly unforgettable. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell